Another day working in the garden. So last week I did not post any updates because I took the week off because I got some sort of nasty cold. It wasn't the Rona, but it was something else nasty. Anyway, from last week, finished ripping out the garden boxes. They are all gone. You can see I'm starting to rip out the bedding and the mesh net or the mesh stuff underneath. I did mark out the stakes on where the posts would go, and some good news and some bad news here. I'll go to the good news first. Good news. We got the first pole in. You can see there's still some wet concrete in there. This pole is a 10-foot pole. There's about 2 feet sunk into the ground. It's actually a little bit less than I wanted. I wanted about 2.5 feet, so that there'd be about 7.5 feet above the ground. Didn't work out that way because there's a thick layer of rock in there that's not going to work out with me. So this pole is going to be a little taller than the others, but now the bad news. Bad news is, when I was digging this post hole, I ended up hitting that irrigation line. I was planning to rip out the irrigation anyway, but suddenly that made it very necessary to tackle it now. So I started ripping out irrigation, started mapping out irrigation first. That hole is the right depth. It's about 30 inches, which is good. Came here, found out there's actually 2 irrigation lines, not 1. So I went ahead and started getting them back that direction and then back this direction. And I noticed that one turns. I believe that goes over to the faucets way over there. And this other one goes straight, and it actually went to a little sprinkler head that was here, that was buried underground. Yes, the sprinkler head was buried underground. That made things challenging for actually watering stuff. Turns out that a bunch of these things, it's a little hard to tell from this video, but this side of the yard area here is about 6 inches higher than the front side. And so you end up with these like weird patterns and everything. You can just barely see a sprinkler head there. I had to unbury that one also, and I suspect there's another one somewhere over here that I haven't gotten to yet. So anyway, went ahead and popped off a sprinkler head there. That's for the irrigation that I went ahead and broke off. Still got a lot of work to do. Still have a lot of stuff to figure out. Couple things to keep in mind. We have these great little rain lily things pop up, which is cool. This faucet is live, so we can go ahead and connect that up every time. I suspect I'm going to use that as the foundation of the new irrigation system. And then by the post over there in that far corner past that blue bottle sculpture thing, there's another faucet over there which is live. So going to go ahead and do a ton more work, rip out all this irrigation, rip out all the additional hoses, some of the additional rock, but I've got fence posts going in, which is really pretty cool. Let's see, another thing is we've got 18 of those that have to go in, so they've got 17 more to go, and obviously that one's not mounted yet, but a lot of work to do, and it's going to be fun.